Chill Vibes Only. Today we're just going to be doing a nice, easy yoga class for all levels and just kind of get into our bodies, get moving. Maybe you're starting your day, maybe you're midday, maybe you're just ending your day. But wherever you are in your day, this is just going to help kind of move the energy around your body and make you feel good. So if you're ready, let's get started. So we're actually going to start in a child's pose today, so you can bring your knees either together or wide apart, depending on your favorite version of child's pose. Mine is a wide-legged child's pose, so I usually bring mine apart, and then start to kind of reach your arms forward while you pull your seat back towards your heels, and you're going to feel a nice stretch along the side of your arms and your lats. Start to kind of walk your fingers forward, and then maybe on your exhale, pull your hips a little bit back towards your heels. And we'll just start to connect to the breath here. So inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, pull your arms forward a little bit. Exhale, sink your hips back. Starting to tune into your ujjayi breath, so breathing in and out through your nose. There's a soft constriction in the back of your throat. It's kind of like you're breathing through a straw. It's the same muscles that you would use to whisper. And take one more deep breath here. Exhale. Awesome, and then we'll begin to push yourselves up into our tabletop position. And from our tabletop, we'll just move through a couple cat-cows at your own pace. So inhale, dropping the belly, looking up. Exhale, round the spine. Try to ground down through the knuckle points of your fingers. And the movement starts from your tailbone. So always scooping the tailbone up first, coming in, dropping the head last. And then on your inhale, arching from the tailbone, arching the spine, looking up. You can take whatever movements feel good here for you. So if you want to do, I kind of call them skipping rope hoops with your body, you can do that as well. Or if you want to make a figure 8 with your hips, you can do that as well. This is just supposed to warm up the spine, kind of sync up your body with your breath. We'll do 2 more breaths here. One more deep breath in. And exhale. Awesome. We'll curl our toes under and begin to shoot our hips up and back, coming into a downward facing dog. So from your in your downward facing dog, bend your knees a lot here. It might be your first down dog of the day. It definitely is for me. So being really gentle with your body here, bending your knees as much as you need to, shooting those hips up nice and high. You can begin to walk out your dog, so bend one leg and then the other. Just releasing any tension you might be carrying in the backs of your legs, stretching it out. Awesome, and then when you're ready, slowly begin to walk your feet up towards your hands, and we'll hang out in a forward fold. So in your first forward fold here, bend your knees again as much as you need to. Relax your neck, relax your arms. You can let them drop, and you can grab opposite elbows and sway side to side. You can shake your head yes, you can shake your head no. Again, checking in with your breath, making sure that they're nice deep inhales, and relaxing and releasing exhales. Maybe even notice if on your inhale you can find a little bit of length, and then exhale, sink into the forward fold. Awesome, we'll do that one more time. Inhale, exhale, sink a little bit deeper, and then we'll slowly drop our arms and roll up one vertebrae at a time, nice and easy here. Really feel the ground beneath you supporting you on your way up, stacking bone over bone. Awesome, and then we'll arrive here. So we'll just meet in Tadasana. So toes are touching, heels are slightly apart, palms shine forward. Nice strong core here, so your belly draws in and up.
I encourage you to close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sigh out your mouth. Awesome. This is usually the point where I say to pick your intention for your practice today. So something that you want to bring in, that you want to focus on. Mine today is going to be my breath. I found recently in my practice I've been losing it a lot, so I'm going to be really conscious about my breath and making sure I'm breathing in each pose that we hold today. But yours can be on the present moment. It could be on a word like love or joy or peace. It could be a mantra that you've been saying to yourself recently. I know I went through a phase where I kind of would just say, I am healthy, I am healthy, I am healthy. So whatever you need to bring into your life and your practice today, pick your intention and just let it settle into your body and your mind. Awesome. On our inhale, we'll reach our arms up. Exhale, let's forward fold down over our legs. On our inhale, come up into a flat back. On your exhale, fold. We'll do that 2 more times. Inhale, come up into a flat back. Hands come to your shins. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, come up into a flat back. Exhale, fold. While live, we're doing it once more. Inhale, come up into a flat back. And exhale, fold. Awesome. We're going to plant our palms and step back into our downward facing dog. This time in your down dog, try to find some stillness. So this is the second time we've been here. You might feel a little bit looser. You might not. That's okay. But we're really going to still keep the same foundation as our first down dog. So bending our knees as much as we need to, shooting our hips up, pressing the mat away from us with our hands. We're grounding down to the knuckle points and our fingers. All right, inhale, we're going to reach our right leg up nice and strong. Ooh, reach that up. Yes, that feels good. All right. So with our right leg up, we're then going to bring our heel towards our seat. So we're coming into three-legged dog here. It's kind of like a dog on a fire hydrant is what I like to call it. So you're really going to try to open up your hip right and your knee over to the left side. So really open up that hip there. And then if you want, you can start to make some circles in one direction. And then we'll make some circles in the opposite direction. Awesome. And then we'll plant that foot back down. Find our down dog again. Take one breath here. Exhale. Awesome. This time we'll reach our left leg up nice and strong. Nice big stretch. Ooh, that feels good. And then same thing on the that we did on the right side. So bend that right heel into your right seat. Really open up your right hip. Your left hip. Bend your left heel into your left seat. Wow, lefts and rights there. Not my forte. All right, so we're opening up our left hip to the left side. Again, if you want to make some circles, you can make circles in one direction and then in the other. Awesome. Exhale, plant that foot down. Find your down dog. This time we're going to reach our right leg up. And then exhale, we're going to plant our right foot in between our palms. So you're coming into a low lunge here. If your right foot doesn't get all the way to the top, don't worry, just kind of help it there. So we're coming into a low lunge. By low lunge, I mean our hands are kind of beside us. If you have blocks, you might have your hands on some blocks. So we're going to kind of just find a little bit of movement here. So on our inhale, we'll come forward. And then our exhale, slowly need to straighten that right leg as much as possible. This is going to be dependent on your flexibility. So if you can't get too far back, that's totally fine. And if this is too much for you, just drop your left knee down and come back like this into our runner stretch. But if you can, stay upright. So on our inhales, we'll come forward. Exhale, straighten that right leg, come back. Awesome. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, straighten that right leg, come back. One more time. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, go back. And then we'll actually come down onto our left knee this time, into our low lunge, reaching our arms up. Grab your left wrist with your right hand, pull up a little bit, and then arch over to the right. Breathing here. Two more breaths. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend over. One more time. Inhale, find a little bit of Exhale, bend over to the right. Awesome. We'll come back up to center, plant our palms down, step back into our downward facing dog, and just breathe. You might want to walk out your dog a little bit here, or just stay in stillness and notice the difference between the two sides. And then when you're ready, we'll reach our left leg up nice and strong. Exhale, plant that left foot in between your palms. Again, staying up on your back right foot. We're in a little bit of a low lunge here. And then we're going to find the same type of flow. So on our inhale, we're going to come forward, look up. And then exhale, come up onto that left heel, pull back. Inhale, come forward, look up. Exhale onto that left heel, pull back. Awesome, one more time. Inhale, come forward, look up. Exhale, pull back. Beautiful, then we'll come forward, we'll drop our right knee down. Inhale, reach our arms up. This time, we'll grab our right wrist with our left hand, pull up a little bit on your inhale, and then exhale, arch over to the left. Nice juicy side stretch through our right side. Inhale, finding length. Exhale, sinking. Inhale, find length. Exhale, sink. Awesome, one more time. Inhale, find some length. Exhale, sink. Beautiful. Inhale, we'll come back up to center. Exhale, we'll plant our palms down. Step back into your downward facing dog. And then we'll slowly walk our feet up towards the top of our mat, hanging in our forward fold. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, reach all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Beautiful. We'll go through that again. So inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold down. Inhale into a flat back. Exhale, plant your palms, step back into your downward facing dog. Inhale, we'll reach our right leg up nice and strong. Exhale, plant our right foot behind our left palm. We're going to rise up into our warrior one. So inhale, reaching up, warrior one. And so in our warrior one, we're keeping our hips square. Front knee is over our front ankle. Rounding down through the back edge of our left foot. It's on a 45-degree angle, pointing towards the left corner of our mat. Arms reach up. Nice, strong legs and strong core. So your ribs are pulling themselves in. One more breath here. Deep inhale. And then exhale, plant your palms down. Step back into your downward facing dog. Then we'll do the other side, lifting our left leg up nice and strong. Exhale, plant that left foot behind your left hand, pivoting on your back right foot so your toes are pointing towards the right corner of your mat. Inhale, rise up. Deep breaths here. Again, really ground down through your feet. Feel the strength in your legs. Engage your right glute. Arms reach up. One more breath here. Exhale, hands come down to the mat. Awesome. Step back into our downward facing dog. Inhale, we'll come forward into our high plank. Exhale, drop your knees and slowly lower all the way down to your belly with your elbows drawing in. So you have them touch the sides of your chest as you come down. Awesome. We're going to plant our feet into the mat and come up into a little baby cobra. So inhale and come up, look up. Exhale, back down. Really plant your feet into the mat. Inhale, come up. Exhale, back down. We'll do that one more time. Inhale, come up. Exhale, back down. Awesome. Touch your fingertips on the outside of your mat. We're just going to find a little bit of movement here in our shoulders. So on our inhale, we'll come up. And then exhale, drop the left shoulder towards the right corner of your mat. Inhale, come up. Exhale, drop the right shoulder towards the left corner of your mat. Inhale, come up. Left shoulder towards right. Inhale, come up. Right shoulder towards left. Two more times. Inhale, come up. Last time. Inhale, come up. Beautiful. We'll come back to center and then begin to perch yourself up onto your forearms. So you're in a Sphinx pose. We won't hold Sphinx for too long. We're just kind of setting up for our next big opening in our right quad. So just in your Sphinx pose, your elbows are under your shoulders and your forearms are flat on the mat. Hands are pressing into the mat. If this is causing any issues in your lower back, just come down a little bit lower. We don't want any pinching sensation. A little bit of uncomfortable is okay, but no pinching sensation. When you're ready, we are going to bring our left forearm parallel to the front of our mat, and we need to turn and lift our right leg up. So we're coming into a quad stretch here. So if you can, you might just stay here and work on bringing your foot closer in towards your seat. If you have the flexibility, you might reach back and begin to grab that right foot with your right hand, and then push your right foot into your right seat. So you're opening up through the front of the quad. This is a great stretch for people who run, or anyone really. So just breathing here. You're going to open up the front of that right quad. And we'll take 2 more breaths. Awesome, we'll release that. Come back to center in our Sphinx pose. And then when you're ready, bring your right forearm parallel to the top of your mat. Reach back and grab your left foot, and again, draw that in towards your seat, to your left seat. Stretching out through the left quad this time. Awesome, we'll release that. Coming back to center. And then from center, we'll begin to push ourselves back up into our tabletop position. And from tabletop, we're going to open up both of our quads at the same time. So bring your knees as wide as your mat. We're going to come into our saddle pose. So saddle pose isn't always accessible to everybody, so I'm going to give you lots of options. You can just sit right here if this is enough for you. If you feel the opening in your quads, that's great. This is a perfect place to be. If you're looking for a little bit more sensation, you might slowly begin to walk your hands back, and maybe you stay here, and this is where it's enough for you right now. Wherever you can kind of just comfortably place your arms. I don't want you straining your neck or any uncomfortable tension holding in your neck or your back. It will be a little bit uncomfortable on your quads, but no pain or discomfort in the neck. Also, no pain in the knees. If you have pain in your knees, then just come back up. So you might hang out here, or you might slowly start to walk your forearms back. So now you're on your forearms. You can take a couple breaths here, see if this is okay for you. You're still looking for more sensation, then you can slowly begin to come all the way back, making sure that your knees are staying on the ground. So you don't want your knees lifting up here. You want to have them connected to the ground. Your hands can be on your belly. You can interlace them over your head and grab an opposite elbow. This is just about opening up through the front of the quads. Deep breaths in and exhale. Deep breath in and exhale. Inhale and exhale. So just trying to find some comfort in the discomfort here. This is quite a big opening for the quads. We did just slightly open them before, but this is definitely a little bit more intense. So just breathing with it. We'll take 2 more breaths. One more deep breath in. Exhale. Awesome. Slowly come back up using your core strength, nice and easy. And then we'll come onto our hands and knees and find our way into our downward facing dog. So you just cut off a lot of circulation to your knees there, and this fresh blood pumping towards it is going to feel like a really great release, and it's really good and healthy for the joints. So just soaking all that in, taking in that fresh new perspective. And then when you're ready, we're going to come into deer pose. So deer pose is kind of like pigeon. I actually have been more of a fan of deer than pigeon recently. The way to get into deer pose is you want to begin to walk your right shin so it is parallel to the front of the mat. Lots of times in pigeon, a lot of people don't have that flexibility or that range. Deer here is a great way to kind of work into that 4 pigeon. So what you're going to do is keep your legs kind of like a figure 4 shape. So flexing your right foot, bring your right foot, so it's your right shin, so it's parallel to the top of your mat. So nice flexed right foot, right shin is parallel to the top of our mat, and then our left leg is on an angle, a 90-degree angle, and it is making like a figure 4. You can stay up like this if you want, or if you're looking for a little bit more sensation, you can slowly begin to walk and fold over your front right foot. You're going to feel a nice juicy stretch in your outer right hip. What I like to do is actually take my left hand and swoop it, so my left forearm is connected with my right foot, and then I interlace my fingers in front. It just helps me keep me more center to the top of my mat. And then I just kind of drop my head and I breathe. So with pigeon, what happens is usually our left leg is way far, is straight and it's right behind us, so it's hard for us to keep our right shin parallel, and a lot of people can't. I definitely can't. But deer pose helps us get into it because we do have our left leg bent. It helps us keep our right shin parallel. If you need to sit on a block here, you can definitely sit on a block. We're just breathing and releasing. And take 3 more breaths here. Awesome, slowly come back up. You can bring both of your legs out in front of you and just kind of shake them out, let it go. And then when you're ready, flex that left foot, bring your left shin parallel to the front of your mat. Again, right leg comes back on that 90-degree angle with your knee, and you can begin to fold over your left foot. Just make sure your left foot is active here though to protect the kneecap. And I'm going to take my right forearm and put it in, rest it against my left foot. Interlace my fingers just so I can have a little bit of traction here to keep myself from toppling this way. This helps keep me more center in my stretch. And then again, we just stay here and we breathe. Maybe you think of your intention. And take 3 more breaths here. Awesome, slowly release that, come back up, bring both legs in front of you, just shake them out. And we'll come into a forward fold. So kind of pull the fleshy parts away from your seat so you can sit up nice and tall. Bend your knees as much as you need to here. If your hamstrings are kind of tight, you might want to bend them a lot and then work on straightening them out later. When you're ready, reach your arms up nice and strong. Exhale, fold over your legs. Just breathe here. You can try to bring your, if your hands don't necessarily get to your feet, that's totally fine. You can bring them next to your shins, or you can just rest them. It's more about just sending the heart and the chest forward, so don't worry too much about catching your feet. If you do have your feet though and you want to start to straighten out your legs, by all means do that as well. We'll be here for 3 breaths. One more deep breath in. Exhale. Awesome. Slowly release your feet. And we'll come onto our backs. On your back, bring the soles of your feet together, coming into reclined butterfly. Place one hand on your belly, the other on your heart. Take a deep breath in, feel your belly rise. Exhale. Take a deep breath in, say your intention. Exhale. Take a deep breath in, notice your heartbeat. exhale. Just take as many moments as you want to here to check in to how you're feeling now. If you feel like you created a little bit more space. Take a moment of gratitude that you're alive here. You can move your body in the ways that you can. Not everybody has that opportunity, so always taking it as a blessing, something that you are really, really grateful for in your life, because it's easy to forget sometimes. When you're ready, you can begin to extend your legs out long. Release your hands if you want, or leave them resting on your body. Coming into your final rest, your final Shavasana. The divine light in me honors and acknowledges the divine light in each and every single one of you. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste.